Hey boys and girls, this is a quick video on evaluating a piecewise function. We are on page 8 of your notes. So if you want to turn to page 8 with me, and these notes will only take about 10 minutes, if that. So earlier, we defined a piecewise function as two or more functions broken in pieces. In other words, the function is defined by different equations depending on the value of x. So if we look at problem number 1, when x is less than -2, so for all values when it's less than -2, because that means less than, we evaluate the function using x plus 5. But when x is greater than or equal to -2, we evaluate the function at 4. So when we evaluate it, we just determine which of the functions we're going to use to evaluate. So for instance, f of 3 is 3, because this is my x value. Is 3 less than -2, or is it greater than or equal to -2? Well, hopefully everyone can see that 3 is greater than or equal to -2. So therefore, I'm going to evaluate this using the bottom function. And the bottom function says when x is greater than or equal to -2, then the y value is simply -4. So when I look at f of -4, I have to ask the same thing. Is that greater than or equal to, is it less than -2, or is it greater than or equal to -2? And -4 is actually less than -2. Why is that? If we looked at a number line, and let's say this is 0, and this is -1, -2, -3, -4, we see that -4 is actually less than -2. It's to the left of -2. So we're going to use the top function, and we're going to substitute in -4 for x. So that would give me -4 plus 5, which is equal to 1. So f of -4 is 1. What about f of -2 itself? Well, it's defined for x is less than or equal to -2. So because it's less than or equal to -2, it's going to be defined in this bottom graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate the bottom function, which is simply just -4. Your y value is -4. All right, I'm going to come and let's do one where we have 3 expressions. So let's go to 4. So the first one is f of -1. So let's go back. How is this defined? When x is less than -2, it's defined by x minus 1. When x is between -2 and or equal to 4, then it's defined by 2x minus 1. And if x is greater than 4, then it's defined by -3 plus 8. So we're going to decide which of the 3 we're using. -1, again, the negatives can sometimes be a little confusing, but remember, -1 on the number line, excuse my crooked line, if this is 0, this is -1, this is -2, this is 3, and this is 4. So we can see that -1 is between -2 and 4. So therefore, I'm going to use the middle equation. So I'm going to use the middle equation here. Just trying to color code it for you. So we get 2 times -1 minus 1, which would be -2 minus 1, -3. F of -4, -4 is less than or equal to -2, because remember, if we continue our number line, this would be -3, and then over here we'd have -4. So we can see that that's less than or equal to -2. So what color is that? That's going to be yellow. So we're going to use the top function to evaluate that. So we're going to have -4. Every place I see x, I replace with -4 minus 1, which is -5. And finally, we have f of 5. Well, we should be able to see that f of 5 is greater than 4. So we're going to use that bottom equation to evaluate that. So that would give me -3 times 5 plus 8. That's -15 plus 8, -7. Okay? So what I would like for you to do, I would like for you to pause the video, and I would like for you to do problem number 6. So pause the video and do problem 6. Okay, welcome back. So let's see. We have -4. -4 is going to be less than -2. So we're going to use the top function, and that would just be 5. 8 is greater than 6. So we're going to use the bottom function and get -2 times 8 plus 10, -16, I think that's -6. And -2, since this one is less than or equal to -2, I have to use the middle function, and I get 1/2 times -2 minus 6, which is -1 minus 6, -7. Okie dokie, boys and girls, I would like for you to finish this worksheet and check your answers tomorrow in class. All right, thank you. Have a great day. And that is it for evaluating a piecewise function. We also have to evaluate a piecewise function graphically. I will show you how to do that in class. Have a great